Today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at the NECA 40th anniversary Ultimate Ash from The Evil Dead. I'll start off by saying that I actually like this movie, although there was one scene that I didn't like, and if you've seen the movie, you probably know what I'm talking about. Besides that, I think the movie's pretty solid. The special effects, the gore in the movie is kind of cartoonish, but I think that adds to the overall effect of the movie. Kind of funny, like it has a serious story, but the way it portrays it is kind of comedic. The rest of the movies got more and more ridiculous. I'm not really into those movies, and they didn't really have that creepy tone that I think the first one had. I think Ash is a good character across all the movies, but in particular the first movie, I like the movie, so then of course I had to get this figure. We'll take a quick look at the packaging, then we'll take a look at the accessories, and then the figure itself, and then I'll give my final thoughts. So here's the front of the packaging. This is the cover for the movie, like the VHS cover. I guess the picture is kind of cool, but that never happens in the movie. It also has a sticker on top of the box here, which is a reference to actual VHS covers having that sticker on it. I like the movie stores. And on the side, pictures of the figure and 40th anniversary Evil Dead. And then the back, again, this never happens in the movie, this picture right here. Then kind of a quick synopsis of the movie right there. Some more pictures of the figure. Then another picture of the figure. Well, that makes him look like he has a big head and tiny hands. Then when you open it, you get another picture of the figure. Then you get the rest of the box, which is empty right now because I took out the insert, which is actually pretty cool. I could actually use this for pictures and displays, so this is a pretty cool. It just has like a pink sky with some dirt and a cross on top of the dirt. Definitely fits the figure well, I think. So that's pretty cool. The figure actually comes with a decent amount of accessories, not a ton of accessories, but I think accessories that are important to the character. Although I think there's one accessory that's missing that should have been included. I'm not sure why it wasn't, but I'll get into that later. So the first accessory is the chainsaw. Has a good amount of detail, I think. The paint application is nice, although it is kind of small. I think it might have been small in the movie, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. He also comes with an axe, which he does use in the movie, and it's just a plain axe, not a whole lot of paint to it, but it does look nice. Then he comes with a tape player, which is a pretty important accessory to include, so glad that they did include that. This tape right here is actually movable. You can't do a full rotation, but it is kind of, you can move it a little bit. Back also has detailed, and then he also comes with a lantern, which is decent. I think it gets the effect across, it gets the point across, but it does look a little cheap on the inside. Fire effect is not that great. The handle is not movable either. It is a soft plastic, so you can bend it a little bit. And it also comes with a, which is kind of hard to put on the hands. The hands are not the softest plastic. So nice amount of detail and paint. And this is another important accessory to the character. It does come with 2 extra hands. He has one hand for the gun here, and another hand, I think it's for the lantern or for holding whatever, and then he comes with 2 more hands. One for, could be for holding the lantern, and then another hand for holding the lantern, I don't know. He also comes with 3 different head sculpts that you can interchange. The first one that was on the figure in the box was this one, which is a kind of a straightforward, determined look. Then the second one is kind of this surprised look. And then the third and final one is kind of scared looking expression. So a pretty good, decent amount of head sculpts. I think the execution of the head sculpts is also pretty good. Now getting to the actual figure. Now one accessory that I wish it did come with was the Necronomicon, which was the book that releases the evil spirits. A looking at the actual figure, the sculpt on the figure is pretty good. You have his blue shirt, brown jeans. You can see the belt has kind of a shiny finish on it, which makes it stand out from the rest of the sculpt, which is good. The shoes are also kind of an ugly shoe, but it is accurate to the movie. He did wear those kind of shoes in the movie. But the figure looks really nice. It stands well. It might not really stick out in your display, but it is easily recognizable as Ash. Now, the articulation is pretty good, pretty standard for NECA. The head, that it can look up a decent amount, and he does look down, and he can, of course, full 360. A lot of tilt. Shoulders don't go up all the way, but they do go up that far forward and up, but they kind of kick out a little bit because of the sculpt of the shirt here. Single jointed bend at the elbow, but it does get past 90 degrees, which is nice, and then also does rotate down there. Then the wrist goes in and out and swivel as you'd expect. The waist does rotate, but it is very tight. It does go full 360, and it does move forward a little bit and backward a little bit more, and the shirt can become untucked, so you want to be careful. By the way, if you're not familiar with NECA figures, this is a rubber overlay, and so is the underwear piece here, which when I moved the legs forward, it actually broke. So he ripped his pants, basically. It doesn't even look like it's glued in there. I don't see any glue residue or anything, so that's unfortunate. It's easy fix. I can easily glue that, but it is unfortunate that just kind of his pants ripped straight out of the box. But his legs do move that much forward, but that's because his pants are ripped, so normally you wouldn't get that much, and his legs move out that far. And he does have a swivel, and then the knees single jointed again, and they do rotate. And then the feet, not a whole lot of ankle movement, but it does work. Not a whole lot of ankle pivot either, but the figure does stand pretty good nonetheless. Also, one thing that's pretty common with NECA figures is for the figure to leave flakes everywhere. So I don't know if you can see that, like the blue flakes. So now we'll do some height comparisons with different figures. Here he is next to the Beast Kingdom Jack Skellington, and here he is next to my custom Charles Bronson or 70s Tony Stark. Here's PW Toys Leon, NECA Officer K from Blade Runner 2049, NECA McGreedy, Marvel Legends Drax. There's a Star Wars Black Series Stormtrooper, Patriot Studios Joker, Figma Rin, Lightning Collection Tenga Warrior. My final thoughts on the figure: I think it's pretty good, pretty solid. Definitely a must-have for anyone who's a fan of the film or just a fan of this character. I think it's a great representation of this character from the Evil Dead movie, and the accessories are good, the head sculpts are good, the sculpt of the figure is also good. It is a little bit smaller than some other NECA figures, which I think is actually a good thing, because most of the time NECA figures stick out in my collection. So I think it's cool to have a NECA figure that's a little bit smaller, that kind of blends in better with some other lines. I'll see you guys in the next review. Also, thank you to everyone who's been watching the Cuphead review. I have like 27k views on that thing. That's insane. I don't even like that figure that much, but I guess a lot of you guys do. By the way, I won't be reviewing the Mugman figure, so there's no point in asking. I didn't like the Cuphead figure enough to buy the Mugman figure, so I'm not going to be reviewing the Mugman. So that's the end of the review. Enjoy these pictures. I'll see you guys in the next one.